Hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited. Our first little class, and it's a good one, and I've got lots of things to share with you and to talk about. And I know I said I'm really excited, but I'm really, really, really excited. This is what makes it very real, that this is all kind of happening. And I know I've said this before, but there's lots of really awesome things coming up on the forefront, and just lots of opportunity for this to get even bigger and more special than it already is now. And I'm just really excited, and I can't wait until I can tell you all about it, and have you guys kind of be the originals, the OGs of the whole thing, with your special privileges you shall have forever with me in the Babe Cave. Hey. And on your spiritual path. Hi, Jess. So today, what I would love to do is talk a little bit just kind of about what it all means, what's the purpose of it all, why are we here, and a bit about gratitude, which is our Lesson 101, foundation for all of it. It's where it begins. It's how it began for me. It's the first messages that I started to receive from Spirit. And then I do have channeled messages that I got today, and was specifically instructed to deliver to whomever was here tonight, because they are obviously meant for you if you're here. And a little bit of an affirmation that we can all do to harness the energy going on right now, because it's pretty special. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction that's going on. I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures going around. Unfortunately, here it was really cloudy last night, and we really didn't get to see it. But there was a lot of really cool pictures posted all over the place of it, and it was very pretty. It was really cool to see, even just over the last several days, like watching them start to align and then, become conjunct has been really, really cool. So it does create a very strong energy when those two kind of cross paths, and they're also the two brightest planets in the sky at any time. So that just kind of makes it a little bit more special, and I didn't want to waste that energy, so we're going to take advantage of that. All right. So first thing I would love to know is, have you heard of the word lightworker or starseed before? Anybody? Give me like a thumbs up or something. Let me know if you're familiar with either of those like terms or concepts. Have you seen them around? I know the hashtag is trending on Instagram.
It really is.
for a while now. But let me know if you've heard the word lightworker or starseed before.
Can I respond?
Yeah, you can respond.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Carolyn's got it. Okay, cool. I know my mom's definitely heard the word starseed, because she bought me my Palladian Oracle, and I went nuts at her house one night, and I was like, oh my God.
Amanda and Jessica has said not familiar.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. So what I believe inherently now, because of my experiences and what Spirit has told me, and things that have just happened that have proven this, a light worker is someone who sort of works with like energies and in that space of helping people to see their higher self and ascend to the highest level that they possibly can. Sort of like Reiki, it's energy work, it's that kind of vibe. You have this ability to just tap in and heal, but also just raise the vibration of the collective of Earth. A starseed is someone that has been destined to do this for a very, very, very long time, long before this lifetime. In my particular case, I believe that it was 2,500 years ago that I first was born onto Earth, and was sort of taking part in something like this that we're doing right now, which is this awakening, this awakening to consciousness, and this belief that we really are connected and live in a very 3D kind of world, but are capable of something much higher. So it's funny that should be the case, because that is exactly when the age of Pisces started, which just ended after 2,500 years in January, when we started to move into what we are now in the age of Aquarius, which was always meant to be an age of enlightenment. If anybody is like familiar with that show, Hair, Dawning of the Age of Aquarius, all of that, that was always the theme of it. And here we are, going into the age of Aquarius and actually being meant to be drawn and driven into enlightenment and raising our vibration. So starseeds are able to tap back into the energies of where their souls are from, their higher self comes from, and use them to heal the earth, all of us on earth, but also to just raise the vibrational level of earth. I understand that sounds crazy. I'm not talking about like aliens in the movie. It's nothing like that. It actually is based on pure science and physics. We know that the universe and matter and all of that is made up of energy. Even Reiki's been scientifically proven. Crystals have actually been scientifically proven to have an energy and a vibrational level. So it's really not that wild. And I definitely encourage you to dive deeper, because I won't be able to go as deep as I would like to tonight, specifically. We can, but not tonight. But you will see that it's actually very commonplace to just inherently know that. And you will also find that just hearing me say Lightworker or Starseed is going to ignite something within you that resonates, and you're going to know things you didn't know before, just because you're here and just because I said it.
How old did you say you were?
2,500 years old. They called me an ancient.
What is your skincare routine?
I was like, excuse me. Sturmologica, man, stone. That was good. That was very good. Yeah, no, they called me an ancient, and I didn't find that funny at all. I was like, excuse you.
I'll be your comic
Excuse
relief.
you.
I'll be the comic relief.
I don't know who you're talking to. I am not old. I'm old. My whole head is full of grays right now.
No, you're not a day with 21.
Roots Day. So, and then there are some of us, like myself, who are on what's called a double or dual mission, or have a dual purpose here. And that means that you're both. You're both a light worker and a starseed. So you have the ability to do all of it, the healing and the raising of vibration, and also just able to, hi Kiki, sorry, my daughter's here. You want to come be on my live? Okay, come say hello. We're just explaining to everybody about being a starseed.
I did a crime, Mom.
So we all have a mission and a purpose here, especially, like I said, if you're driven. Say hello, Kara. Go ahead, say hi.
Hi.
Kara's very into our spiritual lessons as well. So we all, if you are here to listen to me, or you have been drawn to me, I'm comfortable telling you these crazy things because they're going to resonate with you. And they're going to help you realize who you really are and what your soul purpose is on earth. If you're here, you have a higher purpose. I promise. That's why I'm here. So the way I like to describe it is like a lighthouse, right? Even before this, when I knew that I had some like psychic ability, or the ability to, see the dead or speak with the dead, things like that, I knew that I was like a beam of light, and that's how they would find me. And I would always tell people, it's like, I'm a lighthouse, and then they're just drawn to that, right? I don't know why, I don't know how it works, but I'm not looking for them, it just happens, right? So in this case, I always explain it like, a lighthouse doesn't go out running around looking for ships to save, right? A lighthouse isn't like, is that a boat? Do you need help? Do you need me? No, it just stands there being a lighthouse. And those that need to find it or need its light, find it. They're drawn to it. And then it all just happens from there, right? So you are here because you are meant to be a lighthouse too, in one way or another. You have a higher purpose here. So,
I like that.
thank you.
That was real good.
Thank you. That's why they don't pay me the big bucks. Have you ever felt that sense that there's something missing? Like you're meant for something more, or like you felt sort of stuck and you can't really figure out what your purpose is? What do I want to do in life? Like I always used to say, like, I'm about to be 40 and I have no idea what I want to be when I grow up. Like, just that feeling like
I'm never gonna
changed
grow
my
up.
major a bunch of times, whatever it was, changed my industry, whatever, you know. Hi Kiki, love you.
Bye.
Have you ever felt that? Like something was missing, or like you were meant to do something bigger but you couldn't quite uncover it? I'll give you a minute. Think about it. May have even been when you were younger, maybe now, maybe 10 years ago.
Me as I'm dropping all my college classes.
This is definitely relevant for you. Yes.
Is that why you brought me here?
That feeling that, you know, I know I'm meant for something different. I just can't figure it out. I just can't find it, whatever. That is your higher self. That is your true self telling you that, yeah, you are, but you got to hold on a minute. Relevant, yes. You got to wait a minute. It's not time yet. The time will come. Time is coming, but it's not time yet. That feeling that, you know, just came to terms with it. Yeah. Oh, hi, Jess's daughter. It's so good to meet you. I've heard so much about you, and I'm really, really glad you're here. Very glad that you're here.
Current mood.
Kristen gets it. It's, yeah, that feeling is because divine timing is at play. It's right when it's right. It's time when it's time. We can't rush that. I'm sure the universe would have been grateful for us to have figured this out a long time ago. We're very behind the timeline, but we didn't. But that feeling is literally just another confirmation of, yes, you're right. That's why you're here. And the time is now. And you're about to blow open the doors of your life and move into a very different and very beautiful, happy, peaceful chapter, and leave all of that suffering behind, all of those earthly energies that only happen here, like pain, like suffering, like jealousy, like anger, like that feeling of not being fulfilled or a lack of satisfaction. All of those things are about to leave your life for good. For good. Same thing if you feel that you are very empathic or sensitive to other people or to other energies, like if you're in the room with someone who's in a terrible mood, or just kind of has that stank energy, because let's be real, some people just do. Stank energy. That's another sign, right? You're sensitive to that energy for a reason, because you don't vibe at 3D. Trying to bring yourself down to this vibration is very, very difficult. It's why you cry when you're born, right? Babies scream and cry when they're born because they're like, no, not this place. I don't want to be here. It's icky.
I want to be in the ocean.
This doesn't feel happy and peaceful. This feels heavy and nasty. It's a shock to your soul. It's a shock to your higher being, to who you truly are, your higher self inside, to have to find yourself here. So you will be very sensitive to other people, and you will be very sensitive to particularly lower vibration emotions, darker emotions. And when someone's going off in a room or is just in a very bad energetic space or in a, bad mood, whatever, you're like, I gotta go. I can't be here. And the stronger that vibe gets, you'll get to the point where you literally cannot be there anymore. I promise that I did. I gotta walk. I don't mean to be rude. I'm a very polite girl. I would normally never act like this, but I cannot be here another second. I can't. And once that happens, like, you're on your way. You're awakening. So what is awakening? What does that mean, right? What is a spiritual awakening? I wish... Hi!
Nicole's
Hi, Nicole!
here.
Em's here. I wish that we called it a remembering. I think remembering suits it better because you came here knowing who you were, what you were supposed to do, and sort of how it all works and what's going to happen. But something about these low vibes of Earth that you've had to get used to and be born into just kind of washes it away for a while. And you have to find it again and remember your true identity and remember your actual authentic soul. So you can refer to it however you want. You can be awakened to who you are, or you can remember who you are and why you're here. Either one is okay with me, as long as you get there. I'm fine with it. But for me, remembering really just resonated deeper. I don't remember which energy it was that came in and said that to me, but I was like, that makes sense. I got you now.
It does
I think I'm remembering something, right? And then you like sit there in that for days and days on end
and like a lot of times
try to think about it.
It comes like second nature. Like you're like,
It
oh,
does.
this makes sense, even though it's something I never saw, did, or heard before.
Yes. Yep.
So it's
Yep.
just kind of like putting the puzzle pieces together.
That's absolutely true. I will never forget the first time it happened when I was asked something about this kind of work and these things. And I just had an answer. And I'm like, who said that? And where did that come from? I don't know why I know that. But I knew. I just inherently knew. I wasn't questioning myself. Like, is that? What? Like, you just made that up. Like, no. I knew. I knew. And it made sense. The puzzle pieces fit, right? And then the further you go in, the more it makes sense. And the more it makes sense. And the more it makes sense. And then it becomes so obvious. You're like, why did this take me so long to figure out? You know? So that brings us to awakening is one step. The next is ascension. So what is spiritual ascension? And ascending is literally just raising your vibration, just higher vibes, right? That's been trending forever, for a reason. It's delivered here, that message. And you know, the Instagrams, like influencers and whoever latched onto it and everything at like Five Below said like good vibes or high vibes or whatever to
No
make it a
bad
part,
vibes.
no bad vibes, whatever, right? High vibes and soul tribes. I think that was the hashtag I used today, which I've seen in, I don't know, everywhere. That was put into our face and made part of our mainstream culture for a reason, to make it, you know, start to make sense and not be so far out there to believe what I'm telling you right now. It was delivered here intentionally, and it resonated because some part of us knew that all of this was true, and little by little we're remembering or awakening, right? So ascending is literally the act of us as a collective consciousness, because we are all connected. We are one. We are all one. We are one energy, and what happens to one of us happens to all of us, and we're all in this together, right? We sink or swim together. So as a collective consciousness, we are to raise our vibrational level higher from a 3D, which has been the case on Earth forever, to a 5D level.
There's gonna be 5 of you.
5Ds. I can't believe I never thought of that before. That was good. There's a class in that.
Sorry.
Remember that name. We're branding that. Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know, you know, what your feelings are about it, or maybe you've never thought about it, but you know, the universe is infinite, right? It's bigger than we could ever possibly imagine. I don't know how big your ego would have to be to honestly, genuinely believe that we are the only form of life out there, just us on Earth, who are not really great at much, to be honest.
You're gonna get us canceled before we even get anywhere.
You know, here's us falling out of the sky. But there's this infinite universe. There's no life on any other part of it. Like, to me, that's silly. I always believed that there was the possibility for that to be true. I'm not talking like Will Smith Independence Day, like aliens. It's not like that. But of course there has to be life on other planets, right? If the universe is so infinite, we can't even possibly fathom it or ever see it.
I mean, the whole ocean's not even fully explored.
We can't even almost explore our own ocean. By the way, whales are starseeds, but we'll get into that another time. So, even 5D is pretty low in comparison to where the rest of the universe lives, right? So it's time, and we are very, very far behind to make this trip. And the end result of doing this, whether you believe me or not, just let me say, it's in your best interest to just go with it. Because if I'm wrong, nobody gets hurt. But if I'm right, that's not the case. And also, if I'm right, we have the potential and the ability to live in a peaceful and happy, fulfilled, abundant, no suffering way until the end of time for us here.
So I can be my little swamp witch self.
You could be a swamp witch until the day you die, Miss Emily Mae, and then if you want to do it when you get to your home space, you can do it there too. Whatever you want. Yes, ma'am. So, the whole point of the matter is No matter how much I believe in this, I can't do this by myself, right? And I'm not alone. There's 144,000 of us here awakening on the earth right now that have the same job as me. And then others that have other purposes. But if we don't do it together, or at least get more than half of us to be able to reach this level of awakening, then nobody gets to. You can't make those that are not ready 5D, but somebody 3D can keep you there, right? You can't raise their vibes, but they can lower yours, and they can keep you stuck. For 10 years, apparently. That's what happened to me, because I was stupid. So, has anybody felt this weird energy or this feeling almost like your insides are sort of like vibrating? I described it as feeling like I was injected with like 5 EpiPens or something, and I was shaking from the inside out, just like this rush of energy, or felt off, or just a shift. Something's different.
Yes.
I'll give you guys a second. Let me know. Give me like anything. Let me know if you've ever felt anything kind of like that. I know at least one of you has. At least one.
This is where I insert my comment. Yeah, I have felt that.
Okay, so now we've got one. I know there's another one of you that has felt something like that. Like you're literally vibrating from the inside out. There we go. My mother does. My mom's actually been having that symptom for a really long time. Much longer than me, and longer than I knew about any of this. But there was also a part of me that knew that it was energetic. I just hadn't figured it out yet. Rush of energy. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Or like, you kind of move into a new space, or like you go into, a hotel or something for the night that's not your normal space, and you just feel that difference. It's like, it's just different. The energy here is different, right? Or you walk in a room and you're like, did somebody just like get in a fight in here or something? Like what just happened? Or that feeling like they're talking about you behind your back, or you walked into a room where they just were, you know what I mean? You felt that. You felt an energy shift. You can relate. See, I think we've all felt something like that. So that sort of feeling, right? Yes, Jess Rivera, I see you, girl. That feeling that you just felt the energy shift. This is going to be like that times 1,000,000. All right? It's not in a bad way. There's nothing wrong. It's okay. You just have to get used to your new vibe, right? Your ascended vibe. And, I'll be honest, it was a little freaky for me at first. I was by myself. I didn't have a me to talk to about it, or anybody yet, or anything. And but the more that I started to have these visits from angels and spirit guides and things, I calmed down. They calmed me down. Like, you're okay. And this is what you need to do to just let that energy pass through it. You just kind of got to get through it, right? So those are called ascension symptoms. And everyone's going to go through some level of it when they are ascending, which is why I'm now doing what I'm doing, even though I know that I'm really putting myself out there for potentially some serious like ridicule or like straitjacket vibes. I don't know. It just depends on how
You'll just always
receptive
have a hug,
we
that's
are.
all.
Thank you. Thank you. I have faith and trust that the collective is there enough that it's whatever. But I also know that I have been divinely guided to do this, and I have a job to do, and I have a purpose. And who the hell am I to deny that? Who am I to say, oh no, thanks, I'm good, thanks God, but I'm not going to do that. I'm a Reiki master, right? I'm a healer. I've been doing that work for a very long time, since I was in my 20s. I'm 41 now, and I'm not going to risk it, right? And I know what I've seen, and I know what I've experienced, and I know what I know now, and I know how much my life has changed in a very short amount of time. I mean short. A couple of months. Okay? So, it's my job. I have to take the beatings and the ridicule and whatever, and that's fine. If the end result is that I can help us and you can help us because you're a part of this, it's why you're here, then worth it, right? Who cares what they say? I don't at all. I think you guys know that by now. So ascension symptoms can be from that sort of vibration that I was telling you about, where you just feel shaky and like you had 20 shots of espresso or 5 EpiPens injected into you, which is how I described it, to full-blown, like, I'm sick. I was very sick for, I don't know, Mom, what, like a week or two? And I finally contacted this psychic that I had been working with for a long time, who helped me develop my other gifts and learn how to control them and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm so sick for, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. Like, what the hell is wrong with me? And she called it ascension flu or spiritual flu. She called it spiritual flu. And I was like, oh. And now, yeah, at least 2. Now thinking back on it, like as an energy healer and a Reiki master, I know that I have other Reiki practitioners in the room. Emily, Scooby, they're here. It makes perfect sense. Like, duh, of course we know that energy can affect you physically, but right? We know that an energetic block can cause all kinds of physical issues. So now, of course, it makes sense, but I didn't know. So my purpose, and then your purpose, because you guys are ground floor OG babes here, is to know those things so that you can help people through it. Because knowing that you're okay and having the knowledge is everything, right? We're only afraid of the unknown, really, at the end of the day. We're afraid of what we don't know, and we're afraid of our reaction to it and not knowing what to expect, right? So if those things start to happen, if you're feeling off, it may be mental, it may be a little bit of depression, it may be a lot of anxiety. Anxiety seems to be the more common symptom than depression. Or just unsettled, or just off, or something's different, something's weird, whatever. Tap into it. Don't ignore it. Recognize it. Because acknowledging it and keeping that energy with you makes you move through it so much faster, right? Because you're learning what you had to learn from it, and now, like, it can move through you a little bit faster, okay? At the end of the day, if you're still like, no, I'm not okay, then reach out. We'll figure it out, okay? And know that everything that I have access to, you do too. Everything. There is nothing special about me at all. Promise. I know, Scoob, I know.
You are special,
I hope that Sacred 7 is helping you. Thank you. I mean, we're all special. I know. Our teachers always taught us, no, you're special, and our moms. But for real, anything that I have access to, you do too. And anything that I can do, you can do too, and you will, if you want to. So I keep my grounding stones with me. I am not good at grounding. My birth chart, my astrological chart is 0 earth whatsoever. Thank you, Amanda. Except for my moon. My moon is in Capricorn, but I am pure fire and air fuels fire. And I'm also like psychic Cosmo girl, so I am living in the clouds all the time, and nothing grounds me back down to earth. It's not a good place to be. You need to be rooted here, So it's always been a struggle for me without having a lot of strong earth placement in my chart and everything else. So I rely on these. This was actually a gift from my friend Ashley, and see how like see-through and magical it is?
Is that moss?
It's a moss agate, and it's like one of the raddest ones I've ever seen, which is a very earthy, groundy stone. And then I was told by Spirit, even though I'd been working with crystals for, 20 years or more, about this stone called Sacred 7 or Secret 7. I had never heard of it before. And it's only found in this like one part of Brazil. I don't know if you guys are probably not gonna be able to pick it up on here, but it's really like magical. It is insane looking. And it is actually made up of 7 of the strongest crystals on earth that have the most like sort of power and the highest vibes about them in one stone. And it's naturally created. So I found out about that, was told to keep it on me at all times, and it hasn't left my side since the first week of November. And these are the things that kind of help me ground. And then I started to learn more about grounding meditation. I've been doing guided meditations for a long time in all my Reiki classes and stuff that I teach. I hadn't really been practicing it much myself, but I learned how important it was to do that too. And I'm going to teach you all of those things. You will have all of those things too. So those will absolutely help you with your ascension symptoms. And the other thing I want you to know is that you can call the archangels just like I do, and your own angels and your own guides. Everybody has them anyway. But there are certain archangels that have been literally assigned to us here on earth to just do this right now. That's their sole purpose, right? Is to support us to make sure that we raise the vibration on earth. And they're at the ready. They're here for you. And you can call on them whenever you want to come through and support you. And they will. And I promise you will feel better. If you need them to help ease the symptoms right now, or you're not feeling comfortable or scared, or you want to call on them for whatever reason, I promise they will come. I promise. Yeah, I keep Sacred 7 in my bra. Oh, but yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I like that one's got to be close to me. Like a pocket ain't gonna do. You know what I mean? And then I only go into my office one day a week, so I have some that like literally travel with me, so I could put them like by my around my desk, and then I bring them back home for the rest of the week. But I'm like, I'm not going a whole shift without my what? Who does that?
I have them in my bag.
Yeah, I know. But then I'm like, I can't leave you here for a whole week. I feel bad. You poor babies, you'll be lonely. So we are going to real quick just pull one of these cards. These cards are incredible. They are by a British woman named Diana Cooper, who is really like a pioneer in this kind of work, but also was one of the first ones to realize how easy it is to communicate with angels and how much they want to come through for you. I just recently did an attunement, much like you do in Reiki, but you get attuned to the energies of these archangels, because all of them have their own energy that they tap into, universal energy like Reiki is, to work with, to send to Earth and to other, planets and stuff. And I was able to attune to 7 of them so far. So there are 7 different archangel energies that I can tap into and use in my healings now, or for myself, or just to send out energy to the whole of the earth, because we need it. Not at all surprised that these are the ones that are coming through. It's always the same guys every time, but let's see if anybody else wants to show up, because I feel like we're not done. Yes, I know you, girl. Sure do. But there's another one, I'm positive. Let's see where you're at. Unless it's already on the table, because I had a reading earlier. There you are. Was waiting for you, sir. Okay, so here are the angels that you can call on whenever you feel like you need them. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. You just need somebody, whatever. You're never alone. If you're feeling inherently alone, which sometimes your awakening is, like, who am I going to talk to about this if, like, nobody else is going through it that I know, or whatever. Like, it can be very lonely. It was very, very lonely for me. And I wish I knew what I know now when I went through it. It would have been a lot easier to deal with, but I didn't. But that's why I'm here now. So nobody else has to do that, right? So Archangel Gabriel, the one, Archangel Gabriel, is always a very big part of this kind of work. He is assigned to work with us. And his message is to shimmer with diamond light and express your creativity. And I want you to remember that, express your creativity. That is actually much bigger than you know right now, and extremely important for a lot of different reasons and a lot of different levels, okay? So Archangel Gabriel is the angel of diamond light. His light is this diamond, like, glistening kind of light. That's what his healing light looks like. I actually have not been attuned to Archangel Gabriel's energy before, so I personally don't tap into it, but I can talk to him whenever I want. You were just thinking of Gabriel. It doesn't surprise me. And then this archangel comes through all the time now. And birds come through in my messages all the time, and I don't know why. I'm not even a very big fan of birds particularly. They actually kind of scare me sometimes. Shine bright like a diamond. I like that.
I was thinking Shine on You Crazy Diamond.
Yeah.
I went Pink Floyd.
Well, that makes sense for you. That makes sense for you. But the bird thing, I know it sounds weird because like I just got this phoenix with giant feathers tattooed on me that I've wanted forever. I have my angel wings, on this arm, and I love them and they mean so much to me, but I don't know. I guess I never realized how relevant they were going to be to this moment in my life, I suppose. But this angel, Archangel Bobki, is like the archangel of birds, literally. And he's very earthy. He's very much an earthy angel. But his message is it's time to fly and listen to your intuition. So if you're having trouble making a decision or choosing between 2 paths, he's the one you want to ask, okay? He'll help you be able to tune into your intuition. Yes, Floyd. This archangel too has been a really big part of my ascension. Her name is Seraphisa, and her message is to relax and open up to source. And source just means God, universe, God, whatever you call it, whatever resonates for you. It's the source of where we all come from, the source of energy, right? And keep your heart open. So her light is very golden. You can see her. Okay. So keeping your heart open is that same thing as, like, you know, we do Reiki to open the chakras and keep the heart chakra open so we don't get blockages there. So we are always open to love. And when you're open to love and you're giving it, you receive more and more of it. That's automatically raising our whole vibration, right? To a higher level. I mean, I'd much rather live in an energy of love than an energy of, I don't know, anger, jealousy, hate, right? And Archangel Aurora, who's been a very big part of my ascension, along with a couple of others, and I begged for many a night. Her message is to welcome new beginnings and to let the sun shine in your life. Just light your life, okay? You are light. That's literally what we are. We are light. Light and energy are the exact same thing, right? Like heat. You have a blocked heart chakra. Well, I know somebody that can help with that, love. But you literally are light. We all are. We are made of light. And having that energy of your bright, conscious light and knowing that that light is contagious because we are all connected. You know, my bright light lights up your bright light, lights up the next one, 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 because we are all a consciousness. We are one collective. But knowing that you can just live in that and feel that you can be this bright light all the time and that it is contagious, that alone raises the collective, which just raises you to a higher level, to this ability to live in peace, in harmony, in love, without all of the negative stuff that happens in life, and also opens you up to your abundance, which means you can have whatever you want. I promise. I know that sounds crazy, but you can. The universe did not bring us here to force us to suffer. It actually wants us to have what we want, but it only knows how to give us what we're putting out, right? If we don't inherently know who we truly are, and that's why authenticity is so big with me, then you don't know what you truly want. And if we're not able to be in a space of gratitude and just being grateful for whatever it is we do have now, we're not living in the right energy to be able to receive anything more or anything bigger. Or if we don't want to face our shadows because it's too painful and we don't want to admit that they're there and feel it and be in pain, then we stay in the dark. I faced my shadows. I did it. I did the work. Was it fun? Nope. Sure wasn't. No. Nope. No, ma'am. And the very last one was so insanely difficult that even for me, who had been working with archangels for 5 months and a Reiki master of 15 years and working with light and energy for, you know, a long, long time, could not budget, couldn't even figure out what it was or where it was. But I saw someone who could. And in an hour, removed that last bit of shadow from me that I just had to finally face and admit that was there and cry my way through and get rid of. And my life changed after that day, and I've never looked back, and it has moved and snowballed so fast, I cannot even tell you. I think it was maybe 4 weeks ago, maybe 5 at the most that I had, right? That session. And it has been just unrecognizable. I am nothing of what I was before. My life is nothing of what it was before. And I've never been this happy. I've never been half this happy or content or excited or just inherently knew what's next and what to do. Or this comfortable in my own skin, or this able to be like, I don't give a shit what people think about me. I've always given a whole lot of shits about what people thought about me. Promise, too many. So I wasn't authentic. I was only living the way I thought I was supposed to. In 4 weeks, all of that is gone and my life is entirely different. And I promise you, what I asked for and what my focuses have been in terms of what my abundance looks like, what I want my life to look like, is coming towards me so insanely fast that I can't even keep up. I barely even have time to ask for anything else, to be honest. And that's exactly what's going to happen for you. I promise. Okay. So, Archangel Aurora, Archangel Gabriel, Seraphim Seraphisa. She also has a sister named Seraphim Seraphina, who will come through as well. Bird Dude is a big one. Call upon Bird Dude's got a weird name. It's Popki. Of course, we all know Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Michael is also one that supports us. Anyone on earth, to be honest. But if you are open to doing this kind of work and you're doing the work, Archangel Michael absolutely wants you to use him and call upon him. So please do. And he will also show up for you. And then you may start hearing about this guy named Metatron, which I know sounds crazy, even for me. Law of attraction, very similar concepts. Yes. So Archangel Metatron, who I know sounds like a transformer, and I totally thought it was fake until, I started to look into it, and he's actually really well known, and like people have his sacred geometry all over the place. In fact, I do. I have it here. I can show it to you. Archangel Metatron is literally in charge of starseeds. And it's his, like, sacred geometry, which, from Dogma, yes, it's real. He's real, girl. And he has a twin brother named Sandalphon, Archangel Sandalphon, who is the Archangel of Music, which is my favorite thing on earth. So it just kind of made sense, right? Yeah, and they are the only two archangels that were ever human. No other archangels were ever just earthly humans like us. They were created in angel energy, and they live in 12D or 11D, very far from 3D, right? But anyway, Metatron is the one who saw me through my awakening. I felt ridiculous saying that name. I literally thought I was going completely insane, and I was just gonna have to be committed because I was not okay. But like I said, when you need answers and you need proof and you need to know that what you're feeling and seeing is real, you get it. And I did. So I will find him for you, since he must be busy awakening somebody else at the moment, to join us so that you can see this is Archangel Michael. When you need Archangel Michael, or you're feeling very unsafe or scared in any situation, or your anxiety is very high, I want you to remember this. Remember his robe, that beautiful blue, like velvety cloak. He actually comes and puts that around you, around your shoulders, and I swear you can feel it. And then you'll start to see his golden light around you. But that's how he protects you and calms you down. He does it with his velvety blue cloak. So remember that. This one's got major Mom and Aunt Sue vibes. Are you guys still here? Look at y'all with your little wolfy dogs. John Travolta. All right, let me see. Oh, that was a good one for me too. Oh, you helped me once. I remember you. This is Sandalphon. This is Metatron's brother, who will also come through and help you, particularly in the form of music. And here he is. Okay. And Archangel Metatron, the savior of everybody doing this kind of work. If you are willing to say yes to ascending, to finding your higher self and who you truly are, and doing your shadow work, Metatron is absolutely going to show up for you at some point. I promise. You're going to see him or feel him or hear the name or know him in some way. I promise. He increases your light levels, and he opens up what we call your stellar gateway chakra. Now, I know I've been a Reiki master teacher for 15 years, and I did not teach any of you about a stellar gateway chakra. And that's because I didn't know about it either. We were taught that there are 7, right? The 7 chakras we know about: root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, crown, and Ajna, third eye. There are actually 12. And one of them connects us a little bit further into the ground, and the rest connect us up to source. And your actual soul center lives right about here. So find like your heart chakra, and you're going to go just below that sternum kind of level. And inside there is literally where your soul, your higher self, lives. And it's how you connect directly to source or source energy. So when you need guidance from your higher self, or you want to make decisions from your higher self and not your earthly self, because we're ascending and growing, right? You need to sit in that energy. You need to find that center. Bring your attention and awareness to it. Hold your hand on it and just talk to your higher self. Call upon one of these angels to help you if you need to. And this is actually a deck of tarot cards that just happen to be super cool looking. But this sparkly diamond right here, that's what your soul looks like. That's what your higher self looks like right here. So picture that smaller version, but with the most blinding bright light you could possibly imagine. If that visual helps you tap into it, awesome. Go for it. That's what it looks like. It lives right here. And that's the you that's you, no matter how many times you come to Earth or how many different bodies you've been in or people you've been. You know, you've been masculine energy, you've been feminine energy, whatever. You've lived other lives. No matter what, that is the you that's always you. That's the true, authentic you. And that's the you want to live from. Because that's how all of this just unfolds for you. Not sacrum, it's like here, like sternum. Like it's
Like belly button.
above the solar plexus, but below the heart chakra. So like here-ish. And you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't exactly matter where. Yes, Mom, I know you know him too. Yes. Archangel Metatron is the one that I really owe everything to. The one that has had the most profound effect and showed me the most and taught me the most and just changed me forever. So that stellar gateway chakra or soul chakra, whatever you want to call it, that is your connection to source. That is your connection to these higher light levels. That's your connection to protection. And that's an energy that you can call upon to heal yourself and heal others, but we'll get there. This form of energetic healing is actually going to be very widely used very, very soon. Modern medicine, even Western medicine, is going to be tapping into these energies and using them in hospitals and everything, I promise. And it makes sense because I started my career as a Reiki practitioner before I was a Reiki master on an oncology floor. I was hired by a hospital. My Reiki master teacher was a nurse at that hospital, and they wanted their cancer patients to have Reiki because they believed that it would not only lower their anxiety and stress levels, but help relieve pain for them and make it more comfortable. Whether they were going to pass or stay, it would help the transition or help their time on Earth in their healing. So it's going to expand into us being able to tap into these new energies that we know about now that I've been starting to attune to and can now use. So this is going to become very widely used very soon, very, very soon. And you'll be a step ahead. You'll be at the start of it. If you are someone who's already a Reiki practitioner, I highly encourage you to follow that up and finish your energy work, because you will have a very abundant and budding career ahead of you if you can tap into these energies when the time comes, because people will be scrounging to figure it out. All right. Wish I knew you when my mom was sick. Aw. But remember that, you know, divine timing is divine timing, right, Nicole? There's nothing we could have done. I mean, I lost my two best friends, two souls I think I was the closest to I've ever been in my life. My best friend Kevin, who died when I was 27, and Jeff, you know, who I think everybody on here would know. What can you do, right? Divine timing. And my grandmother passed away in the middle of my ascension. She died on November 1st, and it started like mid-October. What could I do? You know, it's divine timing. Everything happens as it's supposed to. But that's so she can be a spirit guide for you, just like Jeff is now a spirit guide for me. Happens the way it's meant to, you know? So, yeah, I'm not expecting you to remember those names. Don't worry about it. You won't have to. I promise you they're going to make themselves known to you. And you ain't going to forget Metatron anyway, because it just sounds crazy and made up. I'm sorry, but it does. No disrespect. Don't show up and do that weird crap in my room again, please, because it was really scary. No, never mind. I'm grateful. I didn't mean that. Did not mean that. Okay, so that brings me to my next lesson. The best piece of advice I can ever possibly give to you, ever, out of all of these things that I've learned, is that words are spells. I can't say that enough. Kristen, yes, I know that you know too. I know that you know too exactly what I'm talking about. And very recently too. Spells, spelling, I don't believe that that's a coincidence, right? You spell words, spells are spells, right? Like I don't believe in coincidence at all. But it all comes back to the same thing, that idea that whatever I am putting out is what I am attracting, right? So I'm going to be so flipping careful about every word that comes out of my mouth. That's why you just heard me apologize to a tarot card or an oracle card, because I'm like, nope, didn't mean, nope, I don't, please don't take this away. I'm happy that night happened. I'm grateful that night happened. I don't care that I was scared, because it got me here, right? And I mean, it's everything. The more you complain, I hate my job, I hate my house, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish I was thinner, I wish I was this. You are only attracting the opposite of what you're trying to attract. It's the most powerful tool that we have. The universe only knows how to give us what we ask for and what we put out. It matches your energy. What you put out is what you get back. So if I live in this energy of I'm already a ballin' boss millionaire, I'm a New York Times best-selling author, a boss-ass bitch. Yes. I'm driving around in my dream car, my Porsche 911 Carrera, which I will have one day because it's already here for me. There's actually one on my desk behind me. Like, I live in that energy. I don't need anybody to come down and tell me that I'm a writer. I'm a writer. I know I'm a writer. I don't need to wait for you to say, like, I didn't know. Did you know? You're a writer. I don't care if you haven't written anything yet. If you say you're a writer, you want to be a writer, you're a writer. That's a lesson. That's a mission. That's who you are. So own it and live in it and watch what you say. Watch what you say. If you say, I'm just miserable, I'm so unhappy, I'm always dissatisfied, you'll always be. You will always be. What you want to attract, you need to live in now. Own it like it's already here. And watch your words. I cannot tell you how powerful they are. I don't even say wake up anymore when I wake up. I don't say that. Wakes are for the dead. I do something much more powerful. Like I arise in the morning.
Rise and shine.
Rise and shine. I don't say good morning. Morning equals grief. I'm either going to have like a grand rising, like an empress or a high priestess, right? Or I'm going to have a good day. I am so cautious about every word that comes out of my mouth. I don't know if any of you have read the 4 Agreements yet. Usually people who are drawn to me or into the spirit life or whatever have read it or are at least familiar with the concept of the 4. That's one of them. One of the 4 agreements is just literally watch your words. I cannot tell you how powerful they are. They are spells. You are spelling what you're saying, I promise, to your life. So make sure you're really putting out what you're trying to attract, because you will. You are. I promise. Some of my other favorites are not fake it till you make it. I hate that. Don't fake it. Face it till you make it. You have to face what's holding you back. You have to face the reason why you're not there yet, because there's no other way through. If there's something holding you back, if there's a blockage holding you back, it's a shadow. It's something you have to work through. You can't ascend with shadow in you. You can't be a being of pure light with a shadow. And shadows come from trauma, from pain, from old hurt. Sometimes it's not even from this life. It could be from a previous one. But your karma card came due, and now it's time for you to pay your karmic debt, which is what happened to me in this lifetime. And what are you going to do? You're going to pay it. You don't have a choice. So you have to face everything that we try to bury and run and hide from because it hurts or we don't want to. If you want to do this, there's no other way. No other way. That energy is way too heavy. You can't rise like that. You can't. It keeps you down. So don't fake it till you make it. Face it till you make it. And I can help you. I will help you. The other thing I want you to remember is that following your passion in life guarantees success. If you're doing something that you love and that you're passionate about, you will always, absolutely always be successful at it, because that's divine guidance. You love it for a reason. You're drawn to do it for a reason. I don't know why we ignore those, right? Like, my biggest passion in life has always been music. Always, since the day I was born. I'm a musician's daughter. I'm a dancer's daughter. I was a dancer. Why did I not pursue a career in music? Like, I have a cultural anthropology, like, education, and, I understand why I became a massage therapist, a Reiki master. Sure, I'm a healer. That's still relevant. But other things that I've done, like, why? Music has always been my passion. It's what I love. Why didn't I pursue that? Art therapy, whatever it is. If you love something that intensely, that's who you are. That's living authentically. That's living your authentic self. And you don't worry about that. Well, how do I make money doing that? That's not for you to worry about. That's universe. That's the universe thing. They do that. They worry about that. They bring you that. You're not supposed to worry about that. You're just supposed to trust and believe and follow the path you're meant to and do the work to truly be your authentic self. Because if you can't find your authentic self, your true higher self, who you really are, you can't manifest what you really want out of life because you don't even know who you are. You can't live this passionate, follow your heart journey and do what you love. Who doesn't want to get paid to do what they love or make a living doing what they love and never dreading working a day in their life or never feeling like they do, right? We all want that. And we can have it. We can all have it. And it's so flipping easy to get. I promise you. We are the doorway. Creativity and following your passion is the key. That's what opens it, okay? You're a doorway that opens you up to everything you've ever wanted in a beautiful, happy, peaceful life. But being authentic and creative is your key to being able to open that door. All right? You're here for a reason. We all are. And there's a reason that we were made who we are. So we have to be authentically us, or again, we're not the collective we were meant to be. Something's missing. The puzzle pieces don't fit if we're not who we are supposed to be. Something's always going to be amiss, right? We won't be that perfect collective that we're meant to be and have to be to get where we want to go. So that brings me to, this is one of my favorite lessons I got. It really resonated for me. This came from an archangel, and he said, to lean into myself and who I authentically am, and to spend my time being rather than doing. So not what are you doing? What are you being? What are you being?
That's what I'm going to text you from now on. So what are you doing? I'm just going to be like,
What are you being? Yeah. Yep. I want to see that all over Urban Dictionary in 5 minutes, or I'm going to be really disappointed. I hope it's trending already.
You're going to make you viral.
Hashtag being. But being, think of how powerful that word is. It's like becoming. Becoming was a word I kept seeing a lot too. When I was in my phases and trances and wherever I was, I don't even know, to be honest. That's true. And sometimes. But that word, being and becoming, they just felt so resonating to me. Because what are we, right? We are a being. We are a human being, right? It's so tangible. It's so real. So don't waste your time doing, right? Spend your time being, and make sure what you're being is authentic, and lean into that. It opens up everything for you. It really does. Okay, so I've rambled on enough. With all of that being said, the real reason we are here for today's lesson 101, is gratitude, which thankfully is a very short one. So why is gratitude so important? I know gratitude's been trending for a very long time, since those books, what were they, like the chicken soup for your soul or something, and
chicken noodle soup for the blah 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 soul.
Yeah, and Oprah did her Super Soul Sundays and like all of those things, and The Secret and all of that, right? The power of now, or power of attraction, whatever. All of those things mean the same thing, right? And that is that gratitude truly is the basis for all of that. The Secret, yep. Because one, it raises your vibration. Just living in a sense of gratitude automatically makes you lighter, because you're not this dark negative being that's like, I wish I had this, I want that, I'm not grateful for shit that I have, even though I'm sure you have plenty. We're all living, right? I mean, I live in the basement. I gave my kids my house, literally. I have 3 teenagers and 3 bedrooms in my house. So I said, here, you may have the house, have the 3 bedrooms, have your bathroom. I have my own bathroom, thank God. And I moved into a basement and made it my babe cave. Is it beautiful? Is it fancy? Nope. It's cold. In the summer, there's bugs and they're scary looking. But I love my babe cave. And I've literally built a business out of my stupid babe cave, and I love it. And I'm super grateful that I have it, because I had a private space to go through all of these things and do my dark night of the soul, and my crying, and my angels coming, and my star family coming, and all of the things that have happened. And a place now that I can do tarot, that I can do Reiki classes, that I can heal, that I can chill, that I can sleep. I work from home for my jobby job, my 9 to 5, so I have a home office here. I have a bar. it's my space, it's my place, and I'm super grateful for it. Not fancy, it's ugly, I'll show you. Whatever, it's mine, and I love it, and I'm so grateful I have it. Until, right? If I stay in this space of gratitude, and I'm so grateful for my ugly, skanky babe cave from 1952 that's cold, imagine how badass my next one's gonna be, right? When my abundance comes, because it's already coming. And I know that. I've seen it. And I've seen the progression here. So, sorry, I'm just gonna move you guys because my phone's gonna die. So that's number one. It raises your vibration, keeps you in a space of being grateful for what you have. And what that tells the universe is, oh, they know. They're woke. They did the work. They know. And they're living in that right vibration that spreads to the whole consciousness and saves everybody. So I'm going to reward that. You're sending a message to the universe that you are living in the now. You're living in this moment. And you're appreciative of what you have. So that automatically just calls to you whatever it is that you want. And like I said before, look, live in that skin, whatever it is that you want. You want to be a writer, you want to be an athlete, you want to be a rock star, whatever you want to be. Live in it, feel it. What does that feel like? What does it look like? What does that energy feel like? What's your home life like? What's your family life like? Are you married? Do you have children? Do you, whatever. You have, a big social life, a lot of friends around you. What is it that you want? What do you want it to look like? And be specific. Details, lots and lots of details, because the universe wants to give you what you want. It just has to know what you want. So in order to live in that energy of gratitude, it's really, really simple. Literally all you have to do is be grateful for a couple of things every single day. I prefer to do it in the morning. It doesn't matter to me what time you do it. I don't care if you do it in the middle of the day. I don't care if it's like, people like back in the day, my grandparents, they used to have like the Reader's Digest in the bathroom. Because like you had time, you're just chilling. So let me go do my crossword puzzle or whatever. I don't care if you do it there. Put it wherever you want. I do my gratitude in the morning because I do my manifesting and my intention setting at night. And journaling of, what was my day like? What did I learn? Whatever. But it's whatever you want. If you can write down 3 things you're grateful for every single day and try to keep that energy with you all day. And if you start your day like that, you will. You started your day off on a positive note, on an awakened note. And that energy can stay with you all day now. But you start your day like that, you do that every day for a week, 5 days, you're going to start to see changes, and fast. And once you master gratitude and you feel that energy and you know what it feels like, now you move on to the fun stuff, like manifesting, like attracting what you want in life, like forgiveness, which frees you and lightens you and just lets go of all the negativity and the yuckiness you've been probably holding on to for a very long time. But this is step 1. You have to know this energy first and do this first and send that message out to the universe that like, I'm ready, I'm getting ready to awaken. All right. So now that's your homework, by the way. That's your homework. You are going to spend some time at some point every single day writing down at least 3 things that you are grateful for. And you're going to spend 5 minutes a day connecting with your higher self in some way. It doesn't have to be big. It really doesn't. It's subtle. You can just be like, hey, little diamond living inside of me, my little higher self in there. How you doing today? Is there anything you want? Anything you want me to like manifest up for you? Message for me? No? Want some Taco Bell? Yeah, whatever it is. I don't care. Just make some connection to it. Spend 5 minutes with your eyes closed, meditating and pretending you're connecting to it. I don't care. But honor it. Just show some honor for it, okay? Because that space gets real comfortable real fast, and before you know it, you guys are connected. You're your higher self now. Gratitude journal's awesome. I love the Babe Cave too, Babe. Five Below does have really good ones. Yeah, they do. They have cute ones. Actually, I just found one at the dollar store too. They have an astrology journal too. Don't let me forget that. I gotta buy that. I gotta go to Florida. I can't buy anything now. All right. Anyway, at least 3 things a day that you're grateful for. And I also want you to watch. Well, obviously your words. Watch your words. But I want you to watch the way you receive them too. Okay. Perspective is huge in this, right? It's a huge part of this journey. So you can sit there and you can say and live in that energy and think that energy of, why is this happening to me? Why are they doing this to me? Why is the universe doing this to me? Or you can say, it's being done for me. This is for my higher good. This is all to put me in alignment, to live my higher self, my higher purpose, and for my higher good. so that I can have that higher vibe life, that happy, abundant, full, peaceful life. It took me a really long time to learn that lesson. It was a real harsh one for me. I wasn't giving up and I wasn't letting go. I chose to just sit there and be like really hurt and betrayed and like upset and angry and all kinds of terrible emotions. Until one of my little visitors, one of my friends, showed up and they said to me, "You were not cut out. We cut them out of your life because they held you back for too long and you weren't learning your lesson." So now it had to get real. It had to get harsh, right? If you see little flags or little snippets or little warnings, or you feel like something's off and you learn your lesson right away and you take the right steps to create boundaries and honor yourself and have self-worth and value yourself and say, something ain't right here. I'm worth more, my vibe's higher, and cut it out. If you can do that, you save yourself from so much shit and hurt and pain and time wasted. I always look up to talk to my higher self. I love that. Yeah, it's in. It is. I mean, even source, God, whatever. It's that energy is here. It is within. It's us. We are it. We are the conscious collective. We are made from that energy. We are made from that light. It is in you. It's not up there. It's in you. But I love that. Thank you, Carolyn. Yeah. So you can, if you start to see signs and you think that there might be something up, that please listen to your intuition. It's so right, and we're so taught to doubt it and not like blow it off. But I don't know why we're not taught to doubt the, why doesn't it flip, right? Like why do we so believe that like those red flags aren't there, and why do we so believe that our intuition isn't the truth? Why, right? Like flip that, change your perspective. You're being told that for a reason. If you feel that, there's a reason, I promise. And if you listen to it, you don't have to go through what I went through. It doesn't have to be that bad. It doesn't have to be that painful. I was just dumb and I took way too long to learn. Way too long. Don't do that. But if you do, make sure that you're able to get to that space where you can learn that lesson, that this was done for me. This was not done to me. It was to bring me here, to the happiest place I've ever been in my whole entire life, with this amazing support group around me and the friends I always wanted and my family, and opportunities to help and heal people, which truly is what I've always known I was here for. Since I was very, very little, I knew that I was here to help and heal people, and it's all I've ever cared about and all I ever wanted to do. And now I get to do it. I'm truly living my dream. I truly, truly am. So I'm grateful for everything. Grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for how painful it was. I'm grateful for everything I went through. I really, truly am. Wasn't easy to get here. I didn't always feel this way. I was pissed. I was not good. But now I'm amazing. Now I'm amazing. And you're going to be the same way. So perspective. Remember that. Remember your gratitude. Remember to be grateful for what you have. And then we start working on manifesting what we want and living in our authenticity. That is next. First, we're going to embrace this. And the other thing I wanted to say real quick before we go is I will do another class. Again, I'd like to try to do these weekly, but I am going to be away next week. So on Monday and Tuesday is the full moon, and that's big. I never let a full moon or a new moon go, and I don't want you to either. It should be honored. That energy is strong and it's important. So I will hop on at some point to at least do a little like, here's what I want you to do today. But I just also want to go over it with you real quick because I have you. So I have full moon parties and new moon parties every month. We get one of each every month. Even if it's small, it might just be like me and Nicole, or I might go to one. There's a really cool one in Asbury Park that I love. I love to go to their full moon party when I can. But we always do something, right? So at the full moon, this is your time of cord cutting. That's your time of release. That old energy, anything that's stuck, whatever, you may not even know what it is. And that's okay sometimes, okay? But you just want to be able to say, whatever old energy is stuck inside of me, whatever negativity I'm holding on, whatever pain I'm holding on to, whatever blockages there are, whatever, I'm releasing them now. I'm letting them go. That's what you do at the full moon, all right? At the new moon is when you set your intentions and you draw in. So we let go at the full moon, we draw in at the new moon, and then over those 30 days from the new moon to the full moon, you let those intentions sit. I sleep with mine written inside my pillowcase. Yeah, and just kind of try to keep them somewhere in my forefront. And then when the full moon comes, or the day before or so, I can take it out and I can see what did I accomplish here? What did I draw in? You will be amazed how fast you start to see it, how quickly things are happening for you, even if it's like a little small step at a time, you know, just a little small step at a time. Stop it. So full moon, I know it's Pisces season, but this particular full moon is in Virgo. I know. And I didn't want to lose the ability to really let go and release right now, because this is actually a very strong full moon. The Pisces full moon's a good one. And there's a few other things happening astrologically, which is a whole nother class I won't confuse you with right now. But we will definitely do astrology because it's my favorite. So let go of that pain and that trauma. And I promise to do a Virgo, babe. I promise to do a like a little intention thing and make sure you guys are on the right path. So your homework, right? Here it is. Connecting with your higher self for a minute or so every day. Writing down the 3 things that you're grateful for every single day. And then I want you to ask yourself and think about and reflect on 3 things. If you had to devote your life to just one thing, what would it be? I know mine's helping through healing. I've always known, but find yours. Maybe you already know. Awesome. I can't wait to hear what it is. I cannot wait. And I can't wait to start like manifesting it with you. And then the other thing is, y'all ever watch Beverly Hills Housewives or any of the Housewives? You know what I'm talking about? And they have those funny taglines, right? Like, I don't know. I can't think of one right now. I'm sure my mom could like rattle off 5, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, they call me shady, but I'm really a diamond. I don't know. Something like that. What is your tagline? I want you to find your tagline. And I know that sounds cheesy, but there's a purpose. This is all helping you to identify and connect with your authentic self. All right? Find your tagline. And then the last one, which I personally think is the most fun, is to find your theme song. What is your theme song in life? And you may think that you know, and then you like kind of check in with like the higher self thing and the diamond, and you're like, oh, that's not, no. I know mine. I've known mine since I was, I want to say about 13, 14. It's Dancing with Myself by Billy Idol. And it's because I've always been a dancer. I love dancing more than anything. And most of the time I would find myself dancing by myself with everybody else, just like, what is this asshole doing? What? Like,
Mine's Breathe by Pink Floyd.
See? Breathe by Pink Floyd. Emily knows. And Emily, by the way, who's like 21 years old, 23 years old, is a massive Pink Floyd fan. So if she says that's her soul song, that's her soul song, okay? Yeah, so find your theme song. And the reason that it's super important is, again, you're just getting closer to identifying your true authentic self and living there. But also, the easiest, fastest way to raise your vibes in a second flat is to dance around to a song like an idiot. I do it all the time. I used to like get super like angry and like want to like punch things. I have a punching bag next to my desk. At the spa, when I was managing the spa, I had a little bag in there too, and I'd be like, I need to get something out right now, you know, so I could go be nice again, not be mean to people. I don't do that anymore. Now I just like put one of my songs on. Doesn't have to always be dancing with myself, but a lot of times it is. Whatever. And I just dance around the room for 5 minutes instead of sitting at my desk while I'm working, and I am a completely different person, and I felt my vibe rise. And you will too. And I can't wait to hear all about it. And one day I might actually make you guys all do it, like send in a video or do it live with me. Yeah, if I could find the remote, I would literally play my song right now, because whatever. I'll embarrass myself for you. I sure will. Okay? So, everybody good? Any questions? Anything you want to say? Final thoughts, comments, please. Yeah. Tell me. What do we got?
She was in Nicole.
I think there's a little bit of a delay. Anybody? What's my tagline? I'm going to tell you. I am, but I'm going to tell you when you guys tell me yours. But I promise I'm going to tell you. I held that back on purpose. I didn't want to influence. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be really authentic. Yeah. But I promise I'll tell you. Anybody else? I know it's late. I kept you guys way longer than I anticipated. But I feel like we have accomplished a lot. And I'm really, really grateful that you're here. And And I will absolutely make sure that you guys know how this is going to work in the future and where to find them. And we're going to do them all the time and every week. And I am always here for you anytime. If you need something, if you're scared, if something crazy happened and you don't have anybody else to talk to, please reach out. I promise you're not bothering me. I always tell everyone, by not reaching out to me, you're not letting me be my authentic self, because this is my job and it's what I'm supposed to do. So please reach out. I don't care what time it is. Nicole, I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's giving me life. Em's hair is giving me life. Thank you, Mom. I'm really glad that you were here too. I'm so grateful for all of you. I promise you guys are all on my gratitude board every day. And I truly mean that. I can't be who I am if I don't have you guys here with me. And I am so incredibly grateful for your love and support. There's nothing without you, literally. Thank you, Amanda. I love you so much. So like I said, please reach out if you need me. If you know someone that's sick, or could use some energy or needs a little healing, you're not bothering me. I promise. Please reach out. And we'll do whatever we can. All right. Embrace and let go. Scoob, it's time, bro. It's so time. Oh my God. Thank you. Scoob, you just saved the night. I almost let you go without telling you your message from Spirit. Yes, and that's literally it. Not that they would have let me anyway, because I started to feel somebody literally stabbing me in the side. Like, still stabbing me in the side. But yes, I'm sorry. So my channeled message is from Spirit for you. And the very first one is truly that the time is really, really now. And you don't want to miss this opportunity, right? You don't have to say yes to accepting your gifts and awakening. You don't have to. But if you want to, this is it. This is the prime perfect time for this to just really align fast and smoothly for you, and for this transition to be easy, and for you to not suffer like I did or miss the opportunity, right? So letting go has never been more important, and Spirit is really, really asking you to do that now. And ask them for help. If you don't know, you don't know, and that's okay. You're not going to necessarily know, but ask for help. Ask an angel that came through here. Ask Archangel Metatron. Ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, anyone, your own guides. Ask them to help you let go and move through that energy, okay? Please. There are some really great meditations on YouTube. I swear YouTube is literally a channel. It's a divine channel now. Like, Spirit and the universe are literally using it to get messages to you. I'm not kidding. And to help this progress along. So look up those. Honey, you want some shrooms? Take some shrooms. Yeah. Personally, I'm allergic. I can't go that route. But whatever helps you, okay? As long as it's natural. Just don't be doing nothing that's not, okay? But find those YouTube videos. There are ones that are about letting go of shadows, or facing shadows, or raising certain chakras to unblock them. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a deep-rooted chakra like issue going on, or something very deep inside of you that isn't letting go, it's in your solar plexus. Promise. Do solar plexus meditations. Play them while you sleep, okay? And the other one is to remember the source of who you are. Keep your mindset on that, and know that you looking at that light, that inner light that you are, your connection to source, your higher self, automatically activates everybody and everything. And if you are ready to activate and awaken, I have an activation for you. You do not have to say these out loud. I'm sure you don't want to look like a weirdo like that guy from Saturday Night Live back in the day that stood in the mirror and was like, I'm a 10 and I like me. You don't have to do that. I prefer to write. I like to journal. I like to write. I write mine down. They're just as powerful. They may be more powerful. You're sort of cementing them by writing them. So I know you're not going to remember this, and that's okay. You can either say it along with me, or I can send it and post it in the event. All right. But this is it. And I want you to do it now, because I want to do it while we can harness the power of Jupiter and Venus while they're where they are. It's a lot of really strong energy, and we have a full moon coming up. So I release all negative thoughts of the past and all worries about the future. I give up control to the universe, and I trust that my path is laid out for me. What is meant for me will always find me, and I will be divinely guided. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. just like that, you're activated and you're ready to go. I'll post it in here for you guys. And like I said, if there is anything you need, you know where to find me. Please don't hesitate. You can DM me. If you have my number, text me. You can email me, babecavecoven@gmail.com. Thank you again so much. I am so insanely grateful for all of you. So much love and light, guys. Thank you. Good night.